The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome out to Baxter Springs High School, Baxter Springs, Kansas, for tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jeff Murphy. And Jess, we're getting set for what's going to be a busy run down the final week of the regular season. We've got 3 games scheduled for this week. We got some weather blowing in. It's so 2022. The chaos that's occurring down the stretch of this basketball season. We're going to get this one in here tonight between the Trojans and the Lions. Of course, it's a doubleheader. First matchup tonight on the girls' side. Girard coming into the game 12-4. Baxter 3-16. We'll talk a little bit more about this matchup on the other side of the break as we fire up the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We do want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is brought to you by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll fire up the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, talk about both of these games coming up tonight. We'll talk a little bit about the games coming up this week, the weather coming up this week, sub-state tournaments, so much to talk about, so little time before tip-off. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crocan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crocan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in southeast Kansas. Crocan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crocan.
Chronisters is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronisters Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronisters has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronisters Hardware is also your place for Pit Boss and Traeger grills? Plus, they have the supplies you need to whip up a tasty meal for the whole family. From pans to pellets, you'll find it all at Chronisters. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronisters Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs High School, Baxter Springs, Kansas. That Baxter pep band sounds pretty on point. You know? They're the rival of the Trojan pep band. I would say. I mean, the closest rival I've heard this season, anyway. Anyway, that's just free commentary on the pep bands there. That's the kind of coverage you get here on Girard Sports Live. We'll let you know this pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, including the pep band critique
analysis.
That's right. They've been serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Oh, let's take a look at these two girls squads. We gave you a little bit of a look earlier. Baxter having a rough season. 3-16. They're ranked number 58 in Class 3A, according to Max Preps. They are number 8 in the Fredonia Sub-State. The number 1 team, of course, is Neodesha at 11-6. That's who looks like they may end up playing in the first round of Sub-State. They're coming off a 55-26 loss at Columbus last Tuesday. They're in the midst of an 8-game losing streak that dates all the way back to January 25th when they dropped a 55-19 decision to these Girard Trojans. So Baxter Springs has not won a game since before these two teams last met. Back in January, they have wins against Liberal, Missouri, and then 2 wins this season over Southeast. And those are their 3 wins on the season. They'll finish it up Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, I guess that would be, at Riverton. So these are my notes when I thought this was happening Friday. So my dates are going to be a little bit off here. Trojans come into the game 12-4, number 17, Class 3A. They're currently ranked number 3 in the Lacine Sub-State. Trojans have dropped 2 of their last 3, both of those games to Frontenac. So they're looking to bounce back tonight, get back in the winning ways here against Baxter Springs, and by the looks of the schedule and the records, a lot of teams have bounced back this season against Baxter Springs, guys.
Yeah, you still have to play the game, Josh.
Yep.
If it's done on paper, you know, games would never work out the way you think. But the Trojans, both sides, should be able to right the ship tonight and get back on some scoring ways and get some open looks, and
hopefully they build some confidence, because for the Trojans it doesn't get any easier, because tomorrow night they've got Colgan, and the Colgan girls 16-0 on the season,
and they're that good.
They are that good. We saw them earlier this year, and it wasn't pretty, 20-0 after the first quarter, and not much better from then on for the Lady Trojans. So hopefully they're able to build some confidence here tonight against Baxter Springs, get things back on the right track when they take on Colgan on Tuesday, and then we have a game scheduled Thursday night against Chanute out of Class 4A. But there's some weather going to happen between now and then, some snowfall that is liable to be worse up in that direction towards Chanute. So that game tentatively scheduled for Thursday, but we'll see if it actually happens. All right, well, that look inside the game brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing, can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. We'll step away for another break. When we come back, we'll talk starting lineups as we move closer to tip-off of the girls' matchup of tonight's rivalry game between Baxter Springs and Girard. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Westridge is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Westridge is a retirement community with a philosophy of providing seniors with an alternative lifestyle. This lifestyle enhances the retirement years by offering a worry-free, stress-free environment. Their professional staff is there to assist if needed, while active seniors are encouraged to enjoy their daily lives. Westridge is now hiring. To learn more about their open positions, call 620-724-6760. That's 620-724-6760. Go Trojans from Westridge Assisted Living.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Welcome out to Baxter Springs High School, Baxter Springs, Kansas. We get closer to tip-off of tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy. And we just talked about tonight's matchup and kind of looked a bit ahead down the line. This season, of course, we're in the last week of the regular season. It seems like it's gone really fast. And now it's time for Sub-State next week. We'll be wearing a groove in that highway up to Lacine. Woo! Good times. Well, I guess time to talk starting lineups, Jess. The starting lineups brought to you by Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. All right, first up, for the Baxter Springs Lions, they'll start senior Addison Cassida. I'm going to struggle with it. Number 5. They'll also start number 10, senior Sydney Haley. Number 11, junior Haley White. Number 13, junior Kaylin Charles. And number 23, senior Emily Williams. For the Trojans, a welcome face back in the starting lineup tonight, Olivia Cullen, back from her injury that she suffered against Columbus. So 5'11 senior Olivia Cullen will start tonight, along with 5'9 senior Faith Poland, 5'11 senior Kinley Smith, and 5'5 junior Bailey Troike. For the Trojans, you know, Coach Herlocker subs lots of bodies in and out of the game, but that's his starting 5 for tonight. You know the Trojans would be glad just to get Cullen back under the boards tonight.
Yeah.
Even against a team that struggled like Baxter, it's a good feeling to have your best rebounder, really inside presence, back on the floor.
Yeah, she was dearly missed, you could tell, on especially just the offensive boards, the defensive boards. And it's good to get back on a game tonight to where should be less aggressive, less tense. Good, get your feet wet.
Manage your minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also it gives her an opportunity to get hopefully 3 games in before sub-state next week. So, weather permitting, we'll get that Thursday night game in against Chanute.
In Girard.
In Girard, that's right, back in sweet home Girard. Be back there tomorrow night as Trojans welcome in 16-0 Colgan Panthers. So the ladies will have their work cut out for them for sure, but that boys' game's not going to be much of a pushover either. Trojans especially struggled to score the ball here over the last 5 games, so no gimmies left. Trojans on the boys' side have dropped their last 3 ball games, 4 out of the last 5, and including a double overtime heartbreaker to Riverton, season sweeps by Galena and Frontenac, and so Trojans looking to get back on the winning side here tonight. That'll be the nightcap after this one. All right, we're going to step away for our final break of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll be back hopefully with the tip-off of tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Your victories are awarding moments at Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. New owners Greg and Missy Scott are excited to build on the 30-plus year tradition of Wilbert's, known across the area as the premier shop for sports awards, medals, custom engraving, plaques, trophies, gift items, corporate awards, and so much more. And with cutting-edge equipment being added, Wilbert's is poised for another successful 30 years. When hard work needs recognized, trust Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Find them on Facebook and at wilbertawards.com. Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers. Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Chickadees Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chickadees of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chickadees Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickadeesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs High School. Getting set for tip-off tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Lettner. Alongside me, Jess Murphy. Team's getting set for tonight's tip-off. The opening tip brought to you by Loritz Ceramics. 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Loritz Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Loritz Ceramics. Good sound pep band, man.
They are good.
Yeah.
Well, got a little bass guitar, the drum set.
Now the instructor is playing the drums.
Yeah.
So, but still sounds good.
Had a nice rendition of the national anthem while we was on break.
Had a stirring version of Smells Like Teen Spirit earlier on in the warm-ups. Little Nirvana.
As you can see, Colin all taped up on that elbow.
Getting set to tip it off against Haley White. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Baxter, and it'll be Girard's ball to start things out here. See what they do with the possession arrow. They haven't indicated yet. Still talking it over with the official. Now. Pulling with it in the corner. Tries to get it down low to Cullen. Does on the blocks. Bounce pass across the way to Kinley Smith. Her shot off the iron. No good. Cullen saves it, but stepped on the in line. May have twisted her ankle a little bit. Comes up a little bit lame after that one. So take it easy now.
Yeah, that'd be her luck, wouldn't it?
Baxter set to inbound. Having a hard time getting it in. They do. This is Cassido with it. Down the left side as she's shepherded down the court by Kinley Smith, and they'll pull it back out, set up the half court. Trojans showing the 2-3 zone look. First shot too strong, the putback no good. Cassidy comes down with the rebound, but it's poked away, and Faith Poland comes up with it for the Trojans. Top to Troy Key now. Smith goes baseline into traffic, off the glass, won't go. Gets her own rebound, now in trouble, and we're going to get a foul under the bucket. And I think they're going to whistle Cassidy. Yep. Poland pulled the trigger on a 3 and hits. Faith Poland breaks the scoring drought. Gives the Trojans a 3-point lead. Baxter working it around the perimeter. Shot on the way, no good by Haley White. Troike pushes ahead to Smith. Free throw line to Cullen. Trojans will swing it around again. Baxter playing a 2-3. Poland open for three and hits again. 6 early points for Poland. Trojans lead it by 6. Pass deflected. Smith comes away with a steal. First turnover of the game against Baxter. Get it down low to Sinnott, and she's good off the glass. Got a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. Trojans starting out hot here, just like you might expect. It seems like they're able to, even though Baxter has some good height down low, Trojans able to get position down there. Haven't come away with a lot of easy points under the bucket yet, but you can see how it looks like it's going to be there all night.
Yeah, it's nice to see Faith Poland pull up for a couple quick threes. We haven't seen her be on fire much this year. She's had a little down year. But yeah, Baxter's had 2 or 3 back cuts, open looks at the basket, just hadn't put anything in yet.
Yep. There's another turnover. Trojans coming back the other way. Sinnott in the lane. They're going to whistle her for the travel. That's Trojans' first turnover of the night. Look good from here, man.
Yeah.
And full court pressure leads to the turnover. You can see it was out of bounds last touch by Sydney Haley. And again, into Cullen with perfect position. Easy bucket. There's the pressure again. Trojans going to try get another turnover. Almost come away with it. Baxter able to break it down court. Shot no good. Rebound secured by Sinnott. Girard with it now, trying to build on this 10-point lead. Smith in the corner to Troike. They get down low to Cullen. Off the glass and good. Nice turnaround bucket by Cullen. She's got 4 points. Trojans lead 12-0. Pass. Loose ball tracked down by Cullen. Not a good pass up court. Trojans come away with another turnover. And then commit one of their own. Cassidy's pass deflected, stolen by Cullen. Get down to Smith on the baseline. And back to Troike to set up the half court. Lopez and Brooks getting ready to check in for the Trojans as Holden misses her first 3 of the night. Shot down, no good, coming the other way. Was Caitlin Charles. Her shot won't go. Nice look by Cullen to find a streaking Sinnott. And there's another timeout on the floor. Baxter is going to take one. Another 30-second timeout. And just one team came out with a lot of intensity here tonight. You can tell they're looking forward down to the end of the season. It looks like Baxter's, well, they're here, you know.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of fire out of this team. And, you know, shoot, when you're 3-16 on the season, it's hard to find that fire, especially when you lost your last 8. And they look like they're on their way to losing their 9th here unless they can turn things around as they trail at 14-0 here in the first quarter to these Trojans. And Girard's getting it pretty much any way they want it right now, Jess. They're creating turnovers whenever they want out of that full court press. They're finding the back cuts. They're able to penetrate in the lane with the dribble. They're hitting the outside shots. It's so far been a good start for the Trojans.
Been fairly easy so far. Coach Roberts of Baxter, he was kind of letting these girls have it there in the 32nd.
Yep, got a little more fight. under the bucket than that. Cassida with it. She'll give it up to Williams into the lane. Her shot off the iron won't go. Riley Brooks tracks down the rebound for the Trojans. Now a man-to-man look from Baxter. Maybe playing a little zone underneath it. Yep. They're playing man in the front court and zone in the back court. Lopez into the lane. Her little jumper hits. So Danica Lopez just checked into the ball game. Hits her first bucket of the night. Trojans up by 16. Long pass down court. Intercepted by Coleman. Lopez will pull it back out. Being guarded by Sydney Haley. Now gives it up to Smith, who loses a dribble on a slick spot on the floor. And then commits the reach-in foul, coming back the other way. Yeah, there comes the towel. I think it's a little more towards the lane there, fellas. Most of the time, I'm glad coaches and officials can't hear me.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a rare occasion. Cassida with it. Trojans bringing a little half-court trap action. Pass tipped away by Syndicate. There's another turnover. Syndicate gets it in transition. Goes off the glass and good. At the line, Syndicate running the floor. Getting the fast break bucket for the Trojans. 18-0 Girard here in the first quarter. Now pass deflected by Brooks. Over to Haley, and there's another turnover. Trojans going to come away with it. Cullen ended up with it. Syndicate with it on the wing, looking down low. Now she'll swing it. Brooks with it. Up top to Buckley. Now to Lopez for three. No good off the iron. Rebound's going to come down to Williams. For Baxter. Lady Lions have it. Still looking for their first bucket of the ball game. 1:45 to play here, first quarter. Long shot on the way, no good. Buckley's going to get the rebound for the Trojans. Baxter just not able to get anything to drop. Outside, inside, doesn't seem to matter so far early in this one. Having a hard time just getting the ball into the offense. Buckley open for three. She'll pull the trigger. No good off the iron. Rebound comes down to Riley Brooks. Good battle for it down there on the baseline. Cullen with it. Kind of a read option there with Buckley that went poorly, like the read option often does.
Tried to pull it out of the
That's
fullback's
right,
belly.
That's right. Brooks with it over to Lopez for deep three. Won't go. And Baxter's going to come away with the rebound. That's Lily Kennard, just checked into the game for Baxter. They get it down low to Williams on the baseline. Her shot no good. Cullen comes away with the rebound. Baxter just, that one was rushed. She was open. She could have gathered herself a little bit more and got a better shot off, but just rushed that one. Lopez again for three. And she hits it. 5 points tonight for Danica Lopez. Trojans up 21-0. Long shot off the glass. Won't go for Kennard, and that's the end of the first quarter. Trojans lead at 21-0. We'll be back for second quarter action. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
And welcome out here back to Baxter Springs High School. Barely underway. Second quarter. Trojans lead it 21-0. There's some confusion. Perhaps a dose of consternation.
Well, like we talked on the opening tip-off, Baxter won the tip, knocked it out of bounds, and Girard took the possession, and I just...
So this is more of a point of parliamentary procedure.
Right. Point of order.
Yeah.
That's all right. 21-0, we'll give the ball to Baxter.
Baxter have the ball to start the second quarter. Here we go. Cassido with it, being guarded by Troike. Gives it up to Charles. Now down low to Williams. Her shot on the way won't go. But she's fouled and head to the line to shoot a pair.
And again, another good look.
Yeah. See who they give this one to. And they're going to whistle Sinnott with it. Emmeline's first. Second team foul on the Trojans.
She missed her first one.
Thank you, sir.
Made her second.
Well, Baxter's on the board. 7:44 to play, second quarter. Trojans lead it by 20. 3 on the way from Poland won't go. Williams comes up with the rebound. Now Baxter with an opportunity here to get under 20. They just don't have a real solid ball handler. That would help them so much. Williams with the move in the lane. Oh, in and out. Poland comes away with a rebound. Pushing back the other way. Lots of contact, goes baseline. She'll learn herself a trip to the line.
I think I heard him yell on the floor.
What? Very well. They find Poland right under the bucket. Nobody around. And she's got 8 points. Trojans lead it by 22. Down to Williams on the baseline again. Gives up an open look, pass it back out. There it is. Williams open under the bucket, able to get the banker to go. First field goal of the night for Baxter. Lead back down to 20 for the Trojans. 6.5 to left to play here. First half. Kinley Smith, little turnaround off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes down to Baxter. There's some tanglement there. I believe they're going to get Sinnott, and they do. And that's 2 on Emmeline.
Foot in the wrong spot.
Yep. Trojans showing half-court trap. Baxter almost turns it over. Cassidy gets it back up top to Kennard. Back down low now to Williams. She's going to kick it back out. Ball poked loose. Scrum for it. Kennard comes out with it. Goes reverse layup. Won't go. Gets her rebound. Putback won't go. Williams gets a rebound. Her putback won't go. Now we got a held ball.
Get a foul.
Oh, they're going to whistle a foul on Kinley Smith. Different crews, different calls. That's 2 on Smith.
Bailey Bradshaw checks in the game for Emmeline.
Shot on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Buckley. Long shot for Brooks won't go. Rebound comes down to Smith. Her putback rolls off the rim. And the rebound comes down to Cassida. 5.5 to play. Baxter trailing by 20. They got the ball. Into the lane to Haley White. Now shot on the way from Kennard won't go. Gets a rebound. The putback no good. They're going to whistle Bailey Bradshaw on the foul. She was just standing there with her arms up. Wrong place, wrong time for Bradshaw. And it sends Kennard to the line to shoot a pair. First one no good. Second one is good. Trojans lead it by 19. Buckley just keeps going baseline. Nobody ever picked her up. Her shot won't go. The putback from Troike no good. Trojans had a couple of dead to right shots at it there. Couldn't get them to fall. Now Baxter back with it the other way. Kennard with it, working against Riley Brooks. Now gives it up to Cassida, who gets it back. That pass errant, stolen by Troike. She's off to the races, off the glass and good. First bucket of the night for Bailey. And the Trojans back up on top by 21. This is Olivia Edmondson, checked into the ball game, at number 14. Shot no good. Troike pulls down the rebound, passes ahead to Brooks on the run. She doesn't have numbers and puts it up high off the glass. And Williams able to secure it for Baxter. Now, Kennard being hassled by Brooks up the floor. Baxter working around the perimeter, the Trojan defense, trying to find something. They've had their problems passing out here on the perimeter. It's usually where most of their turnovers take place, he said, as they turned it over.
Right on cue.
Yeah. The announcer curse, I guess. I've quit counting the turnovers. Reagan Poland into the game for the Trojans, streaking down the lane. Nobody picks her up. Her shot won't go. Man. Trojans have had some real good looks right at the rim tonight and haven't been able to get them to fall. This game be even more out of touch than it is right now. There's a travel against Cassida. Angelo Fears right there to make the call. Are we supposed to say the officials' names, or are they like the executioner? You're not supposed to.
Well,
nobody's supposed to know who they are.
Football game, they give us a business card.
Well, that's true. Angelo Fears Esquire making that call.
Angelo would like the attention.
Yeah. Shot on the way from Buckley for 3. Oh, rattles out. Bradshaw's put back no good.
We've got an offensive.
They got maybe Riley Brooks are pushing the back there.
It might be Peyton Brooks.
Boy, howdy. Well, this is going to get rough, Jess.
Twin sister.
Yep. This is going to get rough.
You got to try out no glasses.
Jaden Hawkins in the game for the Trojans as well. Pretty young lineup out there right now. Get some good work. Traveling against Caleb Charles. Got to be careful what I say about the Charleses down here in Cherokee County. They might be distant cousins of mine. Run into them at a family reunion and get stabbed with a fork. Hawkins with it, top of the key. Thought about a 3. Now she'll swing it around to Brooks. Poland. At least all the last names are the same.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Small world.
That's right. Reagan Poland to pull trigger on a 3. Oh, off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Sydney Haley for Baxter, and now Cassidy will handle it up the floor. Hawkins picks her up, and now Charles with it. And they'll swing it. Williams in the corner being guarded by Buckley. Into the lane, back to Williams at the elbow. Shot on the way, rattles off, no good. Another good look for Williams, doesn't go down. Both teams having their troubles getting shots to fall tonight. Buckley will put it on the floor, into the lane, off the glass, good. And the foul. She knocked knees there, but she appears to be okay. First basket of the night for Buckley. That was the only free throw of the night for the Trojans thus far. Buckley made him 100% from the line. Trojans working off of the turnover once again. Three-pointer on the way from Buckley is good. Buckley's got 5. Trojans on top, well, by a lot. 31-4. Call it 27, Jess. 27 every time.
I lost count.
Yeah.
It's like adding Uno scores. So.
Right. My wife does the Wordle. Do you guys do the Wordle?
I do not.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm not a Wordler. I'm just like a backup, phone a friend Wordler. Like when things get desperate, I'm good for a bad guess.
Right. I have to answer, hey, Dad, what's a 5-letter word with an O and an S in it?
You tell them, sorry, I only know 4-letter words.
Right.
I only paint in 4 letters.
Foul there on Peyton Brooks.
Free throw's no good. Trojans come away with it. Under 10 seconds now to play. They turn it right back over. Charles with it. Takes a look at the clock. Loses a dribble. Hawkins comes away with it. Outlet pass to Bradshaw from the elbow. Throws one up. Well, it won't go. Bailey had a look at it. Couldn't get it to drop. Trojans lead it by 27 at the half. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgerard.com or call 620-724-4999.
Welcome back out here to Baxter Springs High School. We're at halftime of the girls' game. At the break, the Trojans up by 27, 31-4 over the Baxter Springs Lions. Our halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Well, it's all Trojans here in the first half. Just taking a look at the scoring totals for Baxter Springs. They're led in scoring by Emily Williams. She has 3 points. Lily Kennard, 1 of 2 from the line. That rounds out the scoring for Baxter Springs. Trojans are led in scoring by Faith Poland. She has 8 points, 6 of those coming from beyond the arc. Next up for the Trojans is Emmeline Syndicate with 6. Hayden Buckley with 5. Danica Lopez has 5. Troike added a bucket on a fast break. Olivia Cullen has 4 points. And that rounds out the scoring for the Girard Trojans. Lots of turnovers, lots of points for the Trojans. In the first half, we have seen a lot of young players there towards the end of the second quarter. I would expect more of the same in the second half. We'll see if Baxter Springs elects to go with the running clock in the second half. I would think that they would. At this point, so that could shorten things up. So if you know folks are waiting on the boys game, that one may start a little bit earlier if they do decide to go to the running clock in the second half here in Baxter. We're going to step away for another break. When we come back, more of the GN Bank halftime show. We'll talk about the boys matchup coming up tonight in the nightcap as we move closer to second half action. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgerard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crawcan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crawcan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crochan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crochan.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Getting set for second half action here from Baxter Springs. At the break, the Trojans lead it by a lot. They're up by 27. Over the Lions, tonight's nightcap will be the boys matchup, and Baxter Springs boys team not faring a whole lot better than their girls team. Jess, they're just 4-14 on the season. Ranked number 13 in class, or I'm sorry, number 50 in Class 3A. They're ranked currently number 7 in their sub-state. So let's see, that means they take on Columbus in the first round if things go the way they go now. And they are coming off of a 58-40 loss at Columbus back on Tuesday. So things looking kind of rough for Baxter going down the stretch here. They'll finish things out at Riverton, and that's a pretty good Riverton team. We noticed that when they took Trojans to double overtime and beat Girard on their home floor. So tough road ahead for Baxter Springs. We'll talk a little bit more about them as we get into the pregame show of the boys matchup. Don't want to spoil it all right now. Save some of these little
spoiler
statistical tidbits for later on.
Recognized 2 seniors tonight that were due to injury unable to play tonight. We will have senior recognition between games.
And just doing the announcement, they're going to do senior recognition between games. Should have figured last regular season game at home for Baxter is going to be senior night. Just don't think about it, you know.
Is that time of year?
It is. Hopefully they don't recognize every senior.
Front neck.
Yeah. It was like, they do that, don't they? It's called graduation, where everybody gets recognized. Troika with it. I'm so old curmudgeon, you know. Trojans with the ball here to start the second half. Big 27-point lead. They start out with a turnover as Cassida comes up with the pass deflected off of a defender's leg. Into the corner now to Williams. Quickly down low. Shot won't go. Rebound battled around. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Cassida. Trojans will have it back.
There again, another good look under the basket.
Yep, couldn't get it to go. If you Coach Sherlocker, you'll take that. Trojans patient with it here on the offensive end. Haven't had any stoppages to see if the clock is going to run. That's what I'm waiting on the edge of my seat that I don't have to see. Three on the way from Poland is good. $11 points for Poland. That pass deflected and stolen by Troike. Quickly ahead to Sinnott, leading the pack. Off the glass and good, and they got a foul and the bucket. 8 points for Sinnott. She'll head to the line and try and make it 9. And the clock stopped on the foul. So all that extra early tip-off stuff I was talking about, that's just silliness. Sinnott misses the free throw. We're going to do senior night. No running clock. And so we're going to have an even later tip-off for the boys' game. Pass to nowhere as Cassidy can't track it down before it goes out of bounds. Haley White thought Cassidy was going to be there. Instead, she cut to the basket. And the ball went into the first row. Yeah, we apologize for the quality of the wireless we are subjected to. It's the Ventures going on the road. Sinnick's shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Williams. And Baxter with it, trailing by 32. That's another turnover. Poland comes away with it. She's leading the break. Too deep under the bucket, off the bottom of the backboard. She gets the carom, though. Loose ball over to Troike into the lane. Her shot on the way is good.
I'd like to see Bailey score more.
Yeah.
She has shown she can.
Yeah, she's really look for it an awful lot. Trojans now lead it by 34. Williams with it in the corner. We're going to let her get away with a walk there. A little jumper is good. 5 points for Williams. And she's pretty much carrying all the offense for Baxter tonight. Poland backs it out. Trojans just not a lot of pressure defensively. They could stand and run the Dean Smith four-corner drill here. You get a feeling until there's no more time left. Shot on the way from Sinnott, no good. Rebound comes down to
jump ball.
Poland, they got a held ball. I was waiting to see if that was going to be a foul. Shift change for the Trojans.
Hockey line change.
Yep. Bradshaw, Buckley, Lopez, and Hawkins check into the game for Girard, along with Riley Brooks. Pass deflected by Hawkins, out of bounds. It'll stay with Baxter. Charles with it, down the lane, into Bradshaw, has a block. And Trojans back with it, leading by 32. Riley Brooks pulled trigger on three, no good. Rebound tracked down by Charles. Williams in the corner, backs it out. Williams in the lane. Up against Bradshaw, over the top and good. Seven points for Williams. Jaden Hawkins with it, baseline, kicks it into the corner to Buckley, open for three. Shot on the way, rattles off, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of Danica Lopez. Baxter ball. 3:36 to play, third quarter. Williams with it now in the corner. That pass picked off by Lopez. And she's all on her own. And is fouled after the shot by Sydney Haley. 2 on Haley now, I think. Yep. 7 points for Lopez, trying to make it 8 right here.
The all-important unofficial stat line.
No good. Rebound comes down to Williams. Williams with it now, down on the blocks, works over Bradshaw, can't get it to fall. Held ball, and they'll stay with, nope, it'll be the Trojans' ball. Somebody's very happy. I wanted to see who it was, I can't see. Who's that happy about anything, Jess? Shot on the way by Buckley, won't go. Bradshaw with the rebounder, put back is good. Bailey Bradshaw into the scoring column tonight. And another turnover. That's the head to Jaden Hawkins. Off the glass and good. Jaden made it into the stat book tonight. Another turnover.
Well.
And another foul. That's going to be 3 on Sydney Haley.
Bailey didn't give much when she ran head first into her there.
Nope. The irresistible force meets the immovable object.
That's. Start giving sound effects. Thud.
Hawkins thought about a 3. Now on the blocks to Buckley. First shot blocked, put back is good. She's laughing down the court. Cassidy's three-pointer barely grazed the rim and go out of bounds to the Trojans. Minute 24 to play, third quarter. Girard on top by 38.
Regan Poland and Peyton Brooks checked into the game for the Trojans.
Nice look from Buckley to find Regan Poland, but her shot blocked by Haley White. Good. Good job on the help defense. They're going to get Jaden Hawkins with the reach and the shoulder.
We do hockey line changes, but we still can't body check in basketball.
Right. At least they don't have sticks. Probably rugby with a guy who's a hockey player. He was the dirtiest rugby player I ever saw. I just thought, man, what would this guy be capable of if you gave him a stick? Cassidy with it, down low now. And kicked back out. Shot on the way, no good. That was Chesney Billings who took that shot and just checked into the ball game. Didn't hit it, but Baxter maintains possession here with just over 33 seconds to play. Third quarter. Errant pass. Saved by Olivia Edmondson. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Buckley. Trojans with it. 20 seconds to play in the third. Hawkins with it. Will give it up to Brooks. Reagan Poland with it. Now back around to Hawkins. She'll pull the trigger on a 3 and nails it. 5 points for Jaden Hawkins. Trojans up by 31. Cassida with it. I don't know if they're going to get a shot off here. Nope, they don't. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Trojans on top 49-8. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back underway here in Baxter Springs. Lady Lions with the ball, trailing by 31 to the Trojans. Ball stripped away and stolen. You better get out the roster now, bud.
That's Rachel Bennett.
Rachel Bennett steals that one away. Start filling in. I'm not going to run out of spots on this score sheet here.
Oh, Regan from NBA range.
Yep, didn't get it. Yeah, I'm going to get ahead to Williams on the break. Off the glass, it's good. Emily Williams has 9 points. Baxter has 10 points. I'll let you know where the offense runs. Shot on the way, no good for Aaron Anderson. 5'4" freshman.
Three freshmen, 2 sophomores on the court for the Trojans.
Long entry pass handled by Anderson. Long shot from Regan Poland won't go. Rebound comes down to Kaylee David. Her shot no good. Williams comes down with the board, and she's going to be fouled by Brooks. Peyton Brooks, that is.
That's her third.
She's getting her money's worth tonight. Williams thought about 2 different threes, and then they swing it around. Shot no good. Peyton Brooks comes away with the rebound. Shakes off Cassida. David down low. Shot is up and good. That's Rachel Bennett. Made it into the scorebook. Brooks is going to give it up. They're going to fire it around the perimeter. David with it. Down low again. Cross to Brooks. Her shot is good. Peyton Brooks.
Timeout,
Her
Baxter.
first bucket of the game. Timeout for Baxter.
Just to do a line change.
The starters coming off the floor. Say that pass was tipped. That one was tipped too. Regan Poland's gonna, what the heck, pull trigger. The shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Emma Walker. Now I get to learn the other half of this roster. Olivia Edmondson with it now.
Broadcaster's dream, isn't it, Josh?
Yep, Billy Kennard. This is Chloe Turley.
Play 15 in a basketball game.
Well, it's no big deal as long as nobody scores. I don't have to write anything down.
Not sure they're even looking at the basket yet.
4 minutes to play. They're just trying not to turn it over. Into the corner. Shot on the way. Air ball. Rebound's going to come down to Reagan Poland. Trojans back the other way. Peyton Brooks. Shot on the way is good. Four points for Peyton Brooks. Well, that three is good for Kennard. She's the only other player besides Williams to score tonight for Baxter. She has 4 points. And Coach Herlocker wants a timeout to
make a switch.
Get Reagan Poland out of the game. Jaden Hawkins in for her. The pass down low to
Bennett,
and she gets the shot. That's a good looking cut by Bennett.
Yeah.
This points for Bennett.
I have a little insight on a lot of these girls on the court now. They're all freshmen. My daughter Gracie's age. Played a lot of basketball with these girls from the travel ball era.
Hawkins comes away with the steal.
Whoops.
Shot off the bottom of the backboard, won't go. A little too deep. There's a foul on the open floor. Whistle Aaron Anderson with this one.
Two minutes to go. We did get our running clock to fourth quarter.
Yeah, there we go. Nard thought about another three. I should give it up. And another turnover. Trojans come away with it. Minute 45 to play. David gives it up to Hawkins. Down to Anderson. Shot won't go. They're going to whistle it on the floor.
Pitt State reference, if you want one real quick. Kaylee David, niece of the head coach Amanda David at Pitt State.
Got some good basketball lineage. Of course, Amanda stand out both at Girard High School and at Pittsburgh State. Shot is up and good for Anderson. Now I got to write her in. Big, long last name. There we go. Shot is up and good. Finally, someone other than Kennard or Williams scores for Baxter. It's Olivia Edmondson, freshman. That's how accidents happen.
Yeah. Had a kid cut across the court with a snow cone.
It's a slick and then sticky spot.
Free throw was good there.
Over to Peyton Brooks. Thought about a three. Now she'll swing it. Anderson with it. Under 20 seconds to play now. Around to Jaden Hawkins. Over the top to Brooks. Her shot off the glass is good and the foul. I don't know if we're going to get free throws here for the horn. You get an untimed down.
They're going to hurry up and give it to her. She can shoot it here at the buzzer.
Buzzer beater free throw, no good.
And that's a wrap.
That'll do it. Trojans 61, Baxter 16. Trojans getting set for a matchup tomorrow night against Colgan Panthers, and they put a good whooping on Baxter here tonight. And, hopefully take some of this momentum into tomorrow night. Trojan boys getting set to take on the Baxter boys here coming up right after this break. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll fire up the Leah Smith Farmers Agency post-game show and talk about some of the numbers from this one before we move on to the boys game coming up next. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs. It's senior night here at Baxter Springs High School. We're recognizing all the seniors from this year's graduating class. All right. Well, I guess we should let you know that our post-game show is brought to you by the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Let's take a look at the scoring totals. First off for the Baxter Springs Lions. They're led in scoring by Emily Williams. She finished with 9 points. Next up, Lily Kennard. She had 4. And Olivia Edmondson added 3 to round out the scoring for Baxter Springs. For the Trojans, here we go. They're led in scoring by Faith Poland, who had 11 points, 8 of those in the first half. Next up, Emmeline Syndicate, Danica Lopez, and Hayden Buckley each added 8 for the Trojans. Jaden Hawkins had 5. No, sorry, wrestling a computer. Bring you back to the action here at Baxter Springs. Where were we? Jaden Hawkins added 5. Rachel Bennett, Olivia Cullen, and Peyton Brooks had 4 points for the Trojans. Oh, Bailey Troike added 4 as well. And Aaron Anderson and Bailey Bradshaw had a bucket each to round out the scoring for Girard in a 61-16 affair. As the Trojans come out tonight victorious. Again, they take on Colgan tomorrow night in Girard. We'll have that one for you here on Girard Sports Live. That one's going to be a tough game. Colgan's still undefeated this season. And, yep. Coming up after this, we'll have the boys matchup. Trojans coming into the game 12-5. They've lost 4 of their last 5, including 3 in a row. 2 of those to Frontenac, and then a double overtime heartbreaker loss against Riverton. So some tough games there for the Trojans over the last stretch. Looking to bounce back here tonight against the Baxter squad that's struggled this season. They're just 3-16, ranked number 58 in Class 3A. They're the number 8 seed in the Fredonia Sub-State. They're coming off a 55-26 loss at Columbus last Tuesday. And Baxter again on an 8-game losing streak that dates back to when they played the Trojans back on January 25th in Girard. A 55-19, I'm sorry, not a 55-19, that was a girls' game, a 46-33 loss to the Trojans back on January 25th. Their 8-game losing streak, here we go. They have losses to Riverton, Columbus, Colgan, Erie, Frontenac, Galena, and then Columbus again. That's a rough 8-game stretch there for Baxter. And then, of course, they finish out the season Thursday night at Riverton. But that's your look ahead here at what we're going to have in the boys matchup tonight. Not sure if Coach Herlocker is going to make it up here to where we are for the post-game interview. We'll wait and see if that happens. We'll take another break as we move on here with the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage, Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs High School, Baxter Springs, Kansas. Getting set for the boys matchup tonight between the Girard Trojans and the Baxter Springs Lions. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy. Now, sure, we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Herlocker tonight, whose squad came out big victorious tonight, 61-16 over Baxter. They take on undefeated 16-0 Colgan coming up tomorrow night. We'll have that game for you from Girard here on Girard Sports Live, hopefully without the video glitches that we're experiencing tonight. We are on a public Wi-Fi network, which means we're sharing it with everybody in the gym right now. And if you're trying to send that super important message, not a problem. But if you're trying to stream high-quality video, problem. So apologize for that tonight. We'll be back in the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor tomorrow night, and we'll finish out the season there hopefully Thursday night when the Trojans welcome in the Chanute Blue Comets for inter-class matchup. Of course, Colgan 2A, play them tomorrow night, and then Chanute 4A. We'll try to get one in with them Thursday night before the Lacine Sub-State fires up the following week, and we'll have those games for you as well, hopefully, on Girard Sports Live. We've got to make sure there's internet up there as well. I believe there is. I hope there is. We'll find out, but we'll have all that for you here coming up on Girard Sports Live here in the next couple weeks. We're going to step away for another break. When we come back, we'll fire up the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show as we get set for tip-off of boys action tonight here from Baxter Springs. It's the Trojans and the Lions. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Your victories are awarding moments at Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. New owners Greg and Missy Scott are excited to build on the 30-plus year tradition of Wilbert's, known across the area as the premier shop for sports awards, medals, custom engraving, plaques, trophies, gift items, corporate awards, and so much more. And with cutting-edge equipment being added, Wilbert's is poised for another successful 30 years. When hard work needs recognized, trust Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Find them on Facebook and at wilbertawards.com.
Now more than ever, Crawcan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crawcan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crawcan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crawcan.
Welcome back out here to Baxter Springs, Kansas, getting set for tip-off of the boys' action tonight here from Baxter Springs. We want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is brought to you by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. All right, well, let's talk about boys' action here as we move into the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. All right, so talking about these two teams, Trojans have struggled here down the stretch, and Jess, we've talked about it. Usually a stretch in the season where you want your team to gel together and kind of find themselves. Trojans have kind of done the opposite, but, you know, if you look deeper into those last 5 games, you know, granted they dropped 4 of them, but that second game against Galena looked a heck of a lot better than the first game against Galena. The second game against Frontenac was like night and day compared to the first game against Frontenac. And then you have that heartbreaker loss, you know, double overtime against Riverton, and that's just, I think, a matter more of focus than anything else for the Trojans. But there has been some improvement, and if you take that second half of the game against Frontenac, there's a lot to build on there as they go down the stretch.
Yeah, their shots just have not fell.
No, it's like there's a force field around the bucket.
Every time I go talk to Coach Westcott here before the game, I just ask him, Coach, shooting any better at practice? And, you know, if you know Rod Westcott at all, he just gives me that kind of chuckle and looks at me and says, Murph, you know we are. You know. He didn't have an answer for it. He told me he says it's just off. He says he just has no answer, understands why it's been happening. Just the ball just will not go through the hoop for those boys.
Yeah.
But like you said, the second half of the Frontenac game got a little bit better. They was making some shots, made a little run, stepped their intensity up a little bit. So I look for them to run the ball hard and make a big push tonight. And
well, over the last 5 games, the shooting numbers for the Trojans have been pretty bad. Just 88 of 245 for an effective field goal percentage, and that's 2s and 3s combined for you scoring at home there, of just 39.4%. Yeah. That's not good.
You don't win very many ball games shooting 39%.
They're just 47% in the paint.
Yeah.
And that's bad. And then 21% from mid-range, and then 21% or 17 of 82 from beyond the arc. So just a rough shooting performance up and down the roster for this boys team for Girard. They're currently sitting at number 3 in that Lacine sub-state. And when you're talking about first-round games and getting through that first round easily, there's a big difference if you look at that bracket there between being the second-place team versus being the third-place team.
Yeah, you avoid the 1 seed.
Yeah. And your seeding in the first round is a little easier as well. That Lacine bracket is tough. Yeah, and much tougher than the Fredonia bracket, which Baxter's going to find themselves headed into. They are the 8th seed in that bracket, I believe. And if not, they're the 7 seed. No, they are the 7 seed, and they would end up playing Columbus in the first round of that Fredonia sub-state. So,
which Galena will come out of if I have my magic 8 ball.
Yeah,
correct.
mine too. Galena looks like the team to beat out of this corner of the state. Let's look at those matchups brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing and can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. We're going to step away for another break. When we come back, we'll talk starting lineups and have the opening tip for you. And the boys matchup tonight from Baxter Springs, Trojans and Lions. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Now more than ever, Crawcan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crawcan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crawcan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crawcan.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Your victories are awarding moments at Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. New owners Greg and Missy Scott are excited to build on the 30-plus year tradition of Wilbert's, known across the area as the premier shop for sports awards, medals, custom engraving, plaques, trophies, gift items, corporate awards, and so much more. And with cutting-edge equipment being added, Wilbert's is poised for another successful 30 years. When hard work needs recognized, trust Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Find them on Facebook and at wilbertawards.com.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Welcome back out here to Baxter Springs High School, getting set for tip-off of the boys' action tonight. Let's take a look at these starting lineups. First for the Baxter Springs Lions. They'll start number 4, freshman Jacob Grant. Number 21, senior Bryce Thiessen. Number 22, senior Garrett Paxton. Number 23, senior Caden Nide. Number 24, senior Cameron Williamson. For the Girard Trojans, they're going to start 6-foot senior Bram Bourne, 6'4" junior Luke Nigaman, 6-foot junior Alex Kester, 5'9" senior Quino Rand, and 6-foot senior Brecken Troike. So back to your opening day starting 5 for the Trojans. The same starting 5 they put on the floor last time these two teams met, back on the 25th of January. Baxter has not won a game since before that. Riding an 8-game losing streak into this one. They're currently the 7th seed in the Fredonia Substate. Trojans trying to do what they can to improve or maintain their Substate seeding. They're sitting at number 3 in the Lacine Substate. Tip's going to be controlled by Baxter. Nide able to out-jump Nigaman for it. This is Grant with it. He hit a bunch of threes in warm-ups. Trojans want to keep a hand in his face. Cameron Williams into the lane, now picks up his dribble, looking for help. They'll swing it back outside. Now Williamson working off of a pick and forced to give it up as he's picked up by Troike. Ball stripped away from Garrett Paxton. Paxton did a great job rebounding for Baxter in the last matchup between these two squads. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. Off the mark. Rebound's going to come down to Nide. Working against Nigaman. His shot no good. And the rebound's going to be ripped away by Bram Bourne. And he turns on the Jets going the other way. Right side and gets too deep. That shot off the bottom of the backboard. And quickly back the other way comes Baxter Springs. Thiessen with it. Into the lane. He's going to walk with it. He kind of tucked it like a tailback and gave Quino Rand the stiff arm. The Heisman move in the lane equals a travel. Turn it back over to the Trojans. Scoreless here with 6:40 to play first quarter. I know some of you are having video problems due to the internet here at Baxter. I'll try and call this one more like a radio broadcast and keep you up with the action. This is O'Rand with it, top of the key onto the wing to Bourne. Thought about a 3. Back up top now to O'Rand. Now to Troike on the wing, puts it on the floor. Trojans being patient, working around the perimeter. Kester with it baseline. Oh, the entry pass from Bourne tipped and stolen away by Baxter. Grant comes away with it, but the outlet pass way out in front of Nide. And it'll go back over to the Trojans. Neither team very sharp out of the gates here. Baxter playing a 3-2 zone. Trojans into the lane to Nigaman. Can't handle the pass from Troike. Stolen away. Grant comes away with it. Picked up by Bourne and cuts him off. And now the Trojan defense gets set. Grant loses track of the dribble. Ends up with Thiessen into the lane. Pass over to Paxton. And his turnaround in the lane is good. Girard fans wanted to walk there. First bucket of the game. Baxter out to the 2-0 lead. Trojans still having a hard time getting the ball to go in the bucket. Offensive rebound that time for Bourne. Top of the key now to Bourne, over to the wing to Kester. Now they'll swing it into the corner to Troike. Cross-court pass to O'Rand. Now in the corner to Nigaman. Has it stripped away, gets it back into the lane to Troike. Kicks it out to Kester, into the corner to O'Rand. Back to Kester, thought about a three. And he's going to be fouled. What in the heck is that call? Angelo. I don't know about that. That's the weirdest held ball I think I've ever seen. Trojans maintain possession. Tommy McDowell into the game for Girard. He'll entry pass tipped away as that 3-2 zone's collapsing down on the inside. And Trojans not able to get an outside shot to break it up, as traveling violation that time against Paxton. Just never quite made up his mind what he wanted to do with it. He had the ball for about 5 seconds and never looked like he knew what he wanted to do with it. And eventually turns it back over to the Trojans. Girard trailing it 2-0. Here with 4:40 to play first quarter. Baxter's defense has frustrated the Trojans. They've been unable to get anything going inside. A little shot from the elbow for Bourne is good. Good to see Bram hit a jumper to start things out for the Trojans. And we're tied at 2. Peyton Gaines into the game now for Baxter. Gonna get that foul on Kester. Pass in over the top to Gaines. His pass intercepted. And then Nigaman throws it away, trying to get it to O'Rand in transition. Trojans just take a breath. You got time to make that pass. You don't need to rush the showtime pass when you can just make the regular pass. A lot of turnovers here to start this one out. Only 4 points. I think we got more turnovers than we got points combined. Gaines with it now, being guarded by O'Rand. Now Paxton with it, back over to Gaines. Trying to get it into the corner. Now back over to Paxton. McDowell has Weston Schaefer in trouble. Now he gives it up to Caden Niday. Pass tipped around. O'Rand comes away with it. Pass ahead to Bram Bourne, and he gets easy transition bucket. Trojans get their first lead of the ball game. 3:28 to play first quarter. 4-2. Gaines with it. And against O'Rand. Now gets it to Paxton. Now back over to Gaines. Shot on the way from Weston Schaefer is good for 3. Trojans with it on the offensive end. Nigaman at the wing, looking for some help. Gets it to O'Rand, top of the key. Now over to McDowell. Trojans have yet to attempt an outside shot. Bourne in the lane, kicks it out to McDowell. He'll try the 3. He rattles in and out. Keep shooting it though, man. Bourne fighting for the loose ball on the court, battling 2 Lions for it. And it's going to be a held ball. It'll be Baxter's possession. As they lead at 5-4. Trojans are going to have to keep the intensity up defensively. Offensively, it's looking rough, so their best shot at scoring here is going to be in transition. They're bringing the full court pressure now, as Schaefer able to temporarily break it, has the ball slapped away by Bourne. Down the lane, off the glass is good. 6 points early for Bram Bourne, has all of the scoring for Girard thus far. They lead it by 1. To Paxton into the corner, being guarded by McDowell. And now he'll kick it back out top to Schaefer. Paxton's shot on the way from Williamson won't go. Rebound down to McDowell. Bourne pushing again into the lane. Jumper on the way, short, won't go. Tipped around. Nigaman comes away with the rebound, and he's fouled on the putback. And we'll head to the line to shoot a pair. We got this one on Caden Nide. His first team foul against Baxter. Luke hits first. Second one off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Nide. And Baxter with it here, trailing by a pair. Shot on the way from Williamson, won't go. Rebound comes down to Gage Davenport. Trojans with it. Ahead to Nigaman, tries to get it out to Davenport, and another turnover. Nigaman thinks he's being fouled down there. Could be right. He's got a case. But that turns it over to Baxter. Minute and a half to play first quarter in what has been an ugly first quarter. Paxton into the lane, kicks it out. Now gets it back. Kind of loses it to Gaines. Now over to Williamson. Paxton. They're moving the ball well. Nobody's shooting it though. Jacob Grant at the free throw line. Now back to Paxton into the corner. Gaines will finally pull the trigger on one. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Williamson. And he's fouled by Bram Bourne, and the shot's good. Trojans not doing a very good job on the boards tonight against Baxter, as they've had a number of offensive rebounds against the Trojans. Nide hits the shot and the point after. And Baxter back up on top. Hayden Damon with it on the wing. We've talked about the Trojans. They've had their struggles shooting, but mainly it's just a couple of guys because mostly nobody shoots. We talked about last matchup against Frontenac. Aiden Damon didn't take a shot. Shot on the way from Bourne. He'll take his, but he's just not the best outside shooter on the team, but he's the one willing to take the outside shots. Paxton comes away with the kicked ball. It should have been called. Baxter will hang on to it here and keep going. Paxton with it in the lane. See if they get Gage Davenport. No, they're going to get Brecken Troike with it. Davenport just backed up into that play and blew that whole thing up, but Troike is going to get whistled for the foul. His first. Gains to inbound, gets it into Paxton, drives baseline into trouble, and throws it out of bounds. Baxter showing a little full court pressure. Now they back off. Trojans get it into Tommy McDowell. Cross court to Troike. Quinn O'Ran tried a little granny basket shot. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Trojans trail by one in what could be the ugliest first quarter we've seen all year. And we'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Getting set to start the second quarter. Trojans will have the ball to begin the period, hoping for a better run here in the second than they had in the first. They trail it 8-7, on pace to score 28 points tonight. Trojans got to find some offense somewhere. Lob pass into Luke Nigaman, off the foot of Kessler. It's kind of like Keystone Cops out there on the offensive end tonight for the Trojans. Baxter has a player out with blood. Took a shot to the eye, probably on that battle for that loose ball with Luke Nigaman. Trojans showing full court pressure. They get it ahead to Grant, do the Lions. This is Schaefer with it. Gets it out to Thiessen, top of the key. Now he'll give it back up to Grant, put it on the floor, top of the key. Grant back in the corner working against Kester. Lost it, got it back, and then Kester fouled him on the pass attempt. You can hear that slap from up here. Didn't sound like somebody getting the ball. Sounded like arm to me. It'd be Kessler's second. Williamson with it, being guarded by Kester. Now this is Schaefer with it, top of the key. Thought about a shot, now gives it up to Jacob Grant. Now Schaefer gets it back on the wing, working against Quinn Rand. Spins into the lane, cut off by Nigaman, and he'll walk with it and turn it over to the Trojans. Under 7 minutes to play, second quarter. 15 points total in this one. Trojans trail it by 1. Opportunity to take the lead here. Kester gets it down low to Bourne. He's fouled, and the shot is good. 8 points for Bram Bourne. He got off the bus tonight for the Trojans. They lead it by 1. Bourne's first trip to the stripe tonight. Trojans are 1 of 2 as a team. And Bourne hits it. 9 points for Bourne. Trojans lead it by 2. And we got a carry against Cameron Williamson.
Baxter tried to inbound it before they was out of bounds there.
Oh, is that what they were called?
Yeah.
Is that what that hand motion was? It looked like a carry.
They went to hand it off.
Bourne with it, middle of the lane. No good off the back iron. Rebound tipped out by Troike as he battles with Paxton for it. But had a little hold of Paxton's shoulder there. Gets whistled for the foul. And it's 2 on Troike. Get it into Grant. Grant gets it back and walks with it. Not quite sure where to go with it. And that'll turn it back over to the Trojans. This has been ugly offensively for both of these squads here early in this one. Trojans with it on the offensive end. Kester with it, gives it up to Bourne on the wing. Top of the key to Luke Nigaman. On the near wing to Kester, and they're swinging it around the outside, looking for something inside. Finally find Kester on the baseline, and he dribbles out of trouble. Pass over the top to Troike, able to hang on to it. Now Nigaman with it on the block, spinning, has it poked away by Paxton, and he's going to step on the end line. About had it stripped away from Nigaman there, but not able to stay in bounds with it. Arnold inbound from the baseline over the top to Oran, back in the corner to Troike. He'll pull the trigger on a three, no good. Short with it. And the rebound comes down to Baxter. Peyton Gaines handling right now, being guarded by Bram Bourne. 5:42 to play first half. Gaines drives down the lane, gives it up, shot no good. Rebound comes down to Nigaman as Cameron Williams couldn't get it to go point blank. Bourne misses off the back iron from about 4 feet. Rebound comes down to Grant. Now Gaines with it. Nice little move under the bucket. Peyton Gaines with his first basket. Ties the game at 10. Trojans turn it over once again, trying to go over the top to Luke Nigaman. Substitutions in the game for Girard. Gage Davenport, Tommy McDowell check in, replacing Nigaman and Alex Kester. Just offenses look bad. Bad. No other way to put it. Paxton with it. Trojans showing some full court pressure. Paxton about has it poked away by Oran, but just a little too much of everything there for Oran. And had to pick up the loose, or the foul in the backcourt. That's Oran's first. 6th foul against the Trojans here in the first half. 5 minutes left to play. See if that becomes a factor. Paxton gives it up to Williams. His bucket's good and the foul. Well, Trojans let a team hang around. I don't know if you watched the Riverton game or not, but you let a team hang around like this on you and anything can happen. Looks like we're headed that direction again here tonight. Williams free throw, no good off the back iron. The rebound comes down to Tommy McDowell.
Take the shot.
Aiden Damon, air ball on the three-point shot. It's like everybody gets nervous before they even shoot it. Bad result. Gaines with it, looking for a screen from Williams. Gets it down the lane, gives it up to Naide. His shot blocked by Aiden Damon. Bram Bourne comes away with the loose ball rebound. He's fouled on the shot attempt. He'll head to the line. They're going to whistle Williams with the foul. That's his first. First shot is good for Bourne. The second shot is good. Bourne 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. He's got 11 points. It's good news for the Trojans because they've got 12 as a team. Paxton with it, almost walked again. Three-pointer is good for Bryce Thiessen. His first bucket. Baxter on top by 3. Trojans just can't seem to get away from these guys. And they're going to get a foul, a loose ball or an open court foul against Gaines. Oran gets it in the corner to Aiden Damon. Bourne down the lane. He'll pull up from the free throw line. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down. And Trojans just aren't getting the bodies in under the boards. The shot goes up. There's nothing but white jerseys under the bucket. And Williams in Williamson going to the bucket, gets fouled.
I think they're going to get Tommy McDowell.
And they do. Well, you guys see a team here gaining confidence, Jess, throughout this second quarter. As Baxter is more than matched the Trojans of bucket for bucket. And Girard not able to create any distance. They got some moisture on the floor here. They're going to try and get remedied with that bloody towel.
Looks like young Aiden Chorkey's checked into the bowl game.
Somebody hasn't taken their bloodborne pathogen safety course, I don't think, here at Baxter.
Surely that's a different towel.
That one says hepatitis all over it, buddy. I don't know. I'm sure it's a different bloody towel. It's their spare bloody towel they keep under the scores table. Hell no, it's the same towel. They just threw it behind the bench over there. That's the same towel. Williamson misses the first, hits the second. One to three from the stripe is Williams. The Lions lead at 16-12. Trojans need to find somebody who can hit an outside shot. They're on the roster. They just got to get it done in a game. Shot on the way from Bourne for three is good. The guy willing to take them is the guy who's going to make them.
Every time.
Trojans down by one. Because they're there. They're leaving them open at the three-point line. Back up top. Shot on the way from Gaines is good, of course. If your opponent takes a three, it's going down every time. Baxter's got some kids who can shoot it on their squad. They're dangerous shooting the ball. And if the Trojans stay in a tight game with them. Oh, ran to the bucket and the foul. Shortest guy on the floor going to the rack. Oh, Rand earns himself a trip to the line, cuts the lead to two. Free throw's good for Oran. 3 points tonight for Quinn. Cuts the lead to one. Paxson back into the game, replacing Caden Nighty. I figure you'd be hurting by the end of this one, bud.
Yeah.
Chairs. Who needs them? Weston Schaefer with it. Kicks it back out to Gaines. Thought about a three. O'Rand able to recover in time. Gaines down the lane. Now gives it up. Williams. Grant with it. Almost walk. Crazy circus shot won't go. Nigaman comes down with the rebound. O'Rand pushing the other way into the lane, and he's fouled.
To the much of the dislike of the Baxter student section.
Displeasure. Inbound pass goes to Aiden Troike. Thought about a three, now gets it back. Thought about it again. Nigaman with it on the wing, into the lane to Bramborn. Back out to Nigaman. He'll pull the trigger on a three. The line drive won't go. Hayden Damon comes down with the rebound. Back on the baseline. Now Damon will take the three. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Paxson. Baxter with it. 1 point lead. 1:34 to play first half. Gaines with it, being guarded by Bourne at the top of the key. Williams into the lane. Runs right into Nigaman. A little out of control, but Luke's going to get whistled with the foul. And Williamson's going to get bailed out. And we'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Leaves the first one short.
And it's a second. That's their modus operandi tonight. Every time Williamson's been in the line, he's missed the first, hit the second. I'm a man who detects patterns. Bourne with it, top of the key. Now back to O'Rand, a little floater on the baseline, rims out. Williamson comes down with the rebound. His pass ahead, dangerous, but handled by Schaefer. And now it's poked away, stolen. Gage Davenport with it on the break, off the glass, won't go, and they're going to get a charge against Davenport. It seemed like the defender was under the bucket. I don't know how you call a charge under the basket like that, but they don't have the markings on the floor like they do in college and the pros. I don't see there's any way that the defender's feet were set, which would constitute a charge under the normal rules of basketball. Yeah, good luck explaining that one, Angelo. And they're going to get another foul. This one against Davenport. Picked up 2. One of them was probably a foul.
That puts Girard in past the double bonus.
Of course it does. Baxter hits the first. Well, there'll be a lot to talk about in the locker room at halftime for Coach Westcott and his squad. Probably a lot of one guy talking and everybody else listening. As Paxton hits them both. You can give them 3 points, they're going to take them. Trojans trailing by 4. Under 50 seconds to play, first half. Trojans have not had good final possessions all season long. See if they can break that streak here. Damon with it in the corner, now to Nigaman baseline, swinging around to McDowell. Over the top to Damon, now back to O'Rand, drives, didn't know what he wanted to do with it there, throws it up against the bottom of the rim, and Baxter's going to come away with it with 20 seconds here and a chance to add to this 4-point lead. Trojans digging themselves in a hole here in the first half of this one. This has been a rough couple weeks for this Girard boys team. They're going to get an offensive foul against Paxton for the moving screen.
6.5 seconds.
See what the Trojans can do here. Bourne with it. Being guarded by Grant. Hand checking him all the way up the floor. All right.
Be a 1-and-1, I believe.
Yeah. That was like a 10-second long foul. It wasn't called until the very end.
Only a foul when he hits the court.
Right. It's only a foul when you actually knock them to the ground. You can have your hand inside their shirt all the way down the court. Perfectly fine.
I hear Westcott yelling down there, "Don't foul."
Yeah. Bourne hits the first.
You just see Bram's shots a little smoother tonight. He just looks a little bit better
Well,
shooting
good thing for the Trojans that they begin the doors blown off right now. And it rattles in. $16 points for Bourne in the first half. Without that, that'd be bad news for the Trojans. That'll do it for the first half. Girard trails it by a bucket. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires, with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs High School here on senior night at the drum line, entertaining the home crowd here. Well, I'll let you know that our halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Well, let's take a look at some of those stats in the first half. Trojans trail at 22-20 at the break. First off, for the Baxter Springs Lions, they're led in scoring by Peyton Gaines. He's got 5 points. Garrett Paxson and Cameron Williamson each added 4. Bryce Thiessen, Caden Nide, and Weston Schaefer added 3 points each to round out the scoring for Baxter Springs. So they're getting scoring up and down their roster. Different story for the Girard Trojans. They're led in scoring by Bram Bourne. Next up, Quinn O'Rand. Bram Bourne has 16 points. Quinn O'Rand has 3, and Luke Nigaman 1 from the free throw line. And that's it for the Girard Trojans. They got to find some offense from somebody other than Bram Bourne. If anybody can hear a word I'm saying right now. Jess, you're not even going to try and talk.
Yeah, do what?
What? Yeah. Hey, let's step away for break. Oh, no, here we go. Cue that, right?
Now as we're yelling,
yeah,
they're done. Nope, they're not.
Break. Now, we're going to step away for a break. We'll be back. Talk about what we just talked about. You're watching the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Now more than ever, Crawcan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crawcan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crawcan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crawcan.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Thrilling rendition of the Chicken Polka being played here by the Baxter Pep Band. So we're getting set for the second half. Trojans spent a lot of time in the locker room. First, just the players. Coaches sat out here on the bench for better than half of the halftime break. I'm not sure what was said amongst the players in the locker room there, but man, I don't know. It'd be hard to have a worse second half than they had first half. So,
yeah. Well,
it's all uphill from here.
Let me dig in my pocket. Let's put a quarter on here. Girard will win this by 10 or 12.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll right to
They're going to have to put in a different effort if they're going to do that, because this Baxter team,
well, they're not going to go down
they're pretty confident.
Right.
They're not going to go down easy, and it seems like everybody up and down the roster can hit it from outside. So they're one of those teams that even if you go on a little 6-point run in a possession or two, they can erase that. And Trojans, they're going to have to get it inside the lane apparently tonight against a 2-3 zone. So it's going to be tough.
Right. They only look for that backdoor cut one time that whole first half. I don't know. We got to quit playing ball in the front court and push the ball to the basket.
Well, that hasn't been a guarantee of scoring this year for the Trojans. They're just shooting 47% in the paint over the last 5 games. And they're not just in the paint, just like within 4 feet of the bucket, like on the blocks, 47% in the post.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean,
here we go. Second half basketball.
Yep. Flush that first one. Here we go. Baxter will have the ball to start the third quarter. Williamson with it in the lane to Paxton. Quickly down low. Kicked back out. Re-entry. Now back out. Swing it around. Shot on the way from Williamson. Off the front iron. Nigaman with the rebound for the Trojans. Bourne pushing back the other way. Picked up by Grant. He'll swing it. Troike on the wing. His pass deflected, but goes to Bourne. Trojans with it again, playing a lot outside the arc. cross-court pass to Troike, able to haul it in, goes baseline, now kicks it back out. Now swing it around to Nigaman. Bourne, middle of the lane, shot on the way from Troike, no good for 3. Nigaman tracks down the loose ball rebound. Into the corner to Kester. Bourne with it. A lot of passing on this possession for the Trojans. Into the lane to Bourne. Pass down to Nigaman, and he's going to be fouled by Paxson. Takes a shot to the back of the head. Appears to have escaped without too much trauma. That's the third on Paxson. That's a guy Trojans would like to get into foul trouble because he's their best rebounder by a mile. And really what Baxter's been able to do, a lot of it has because of their work under the boards. Pass over to Troike again for 3, short with it. Nigaman with the rebound to Oran down the lane. Little jumper in the lane, rolls in. It was even deflected and still went in. 5 points for Quinn Oran. We're tied at 22.
And look, Josh, I went to the basket twice.
Yeah. Paxson with it, now gives it up to Williamson, being guarded by Kester. This is Thiessen with it. Now Grant runs into Paxson. Williamson with it. Not real sure with the handles. Now gets it back, thought about a 3. Now drives baseline, spinning on Kester. Good looking move that time. Got into his move. And Williamson has 6 points. And Baxter back up by a pair. And there's a foul underneath. Bourne going to head to the line to shoot a pair. See who got him. And they're going to get this one on Caden Nide. That's his third. So Baxter with a couple guys playing with 3 fouls right now, Nide and Paxson. Your Trojans keep going at them, keep going at the bucket. Force them to foul you.
Yeah.
Bourne hits the first. And hits them both. 18 points for Bram Bourne. Without him, the Trojans be in a deep, deep trouble. We're tied at 24. Ball stripped away, out of bounds. Clearly off of Grant. I guess that's the call you make when you're standing in front of the Baxter student section. That pass into Paxson. Gives it up to Grant, goes baseline, cut off by Troike. They try and trap him in the corner. Gets it back out to Paxson. Now back to Grant. Now he gives it up to Williamson. Now back to Paxson as they're running a little weave action out there. Thiessen with it, back to Paxson. That pass tipped away. Too much passing. Bourne comes away with it. Off the glass. It's good. 20 points for Bram Bourne. Trojans back on top by a bucket. Thiessen with it into the lane. Kicks it over. Williamson with it, being guarded by Kester. Works off a pick. Thought about a 3. Now gets it down low. There's going to be a foul on the floor before the shot. Pretty good foul, actually, by Nigaman, if you're going to give one there. As he fouls Nide deep under the bucket. That's 2 on Nigaman. Williamson with it. Top of the key, being guarded by O'Rand. That pass tipped away. Bourne comes away with a steal out in front of everybody. And his shot off the glass is good. 22 points for Bram Bourne. Trojans on top by 4. 4:40 rather to play. Third quarter, timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. And the Trojans turned up the defensive pressure that time. And getting into the passing lanes, Bram Bourne able to come away with a couple steals and some easy transition buckets. Hopefully that gets the flow going a little bit offensively for the Trojans.
Yeah, and in their half court, the few possessions they've had in the half court, they've actually attacked the basket.
Yep. And that's gotten them to the line.
Yes.
I mean,
of course it does.
Be passive and play the game from outside of the three-point line, especially when you're not going to shoot.
Right. Coming from a guy that used to try to hit curveballs, I do know that if you take the ball to the basket, normally good things happen. Not always.
Not always. Like when you get a free fast break transition charge.
Yeah.
Like,
Gage.
gosh, man. That has to be the worst call I've seen in a while. Gaines with it. And they get it down low to Naide working against McDowell. Loses it, gets it back. Tommy blocks that. And Trojans going to come away with it. 4:19 to play, third quarter. Bourne with it. Down the lane. Scoop shot won't go. He's fouled. And I think they're going to get this one on Paxson. Nope. Naide? Yep.
It's his fourth?
Yep. That's Caden Naide's fourth.
Another positive, you get the other team in a little bit of foul trouble.
That's right. And if you're hitting your free throws like Bourne is, pretty good. Trojans open up a 5-point lead, biggest lead of the ballgame for either team. First one off the front iron, second one off the front iron, won't go. Loose ball tracked down by Kester. Now Trojans with it back on the offensive end, and Troike's going to be fouled by Williamson. Cameron Williamson, I believe that's his second. Yep. Troike inbound from beneath the Trojans basket, gets it into Bourne. He'll put it on the floor into the lane. Jumper on the way, off the iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to Grant. Kester takes a couple swipes at him, but then lets him go. This is Schaefer with it. His pass tipped away by Kester. It'll be Baxter ball. 3:45 to play, third quarter. Trojans trailed it by 4 at halftime. They made a bit of a run here in the third quarter. They lead it by 4 right now. Baxter with the ball, though, looking to cut into that. Williamson with it, guarded by Kester. He'll give it up to Grant. Now Gaines with it. Gaines down the lane, shot on the way from Grant, no good. Rebound comes down to Gage Davenport. Bourne looking to push again. Kicks it out to Aiden Damon, open for three. Rattles off, won't go. A couple of Trojans tip the rebound around. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Gage Davenport will be Baxter ball. Trojans look like they're going to show some full court pressure. And it'll back off. More of a full court presence than pressure. Grant right down the lane. Blocked from behind by Tommy McDowell. Trailing the play. Good job by McDowell using his length. As he shadowed Grant down the lane. Now Bourne into the lane. His shot won't go off the front iron. Rebound tipped around. Williamson will come down with it for Baxter. Bram starting to take those little pull-up jumpers. He'd be better off just to go to the cup with it. Draw the contact. Schaefer open for three. Takes the shot. Won't go. Bourne with the rebound. He's pushing back the other way again. Passing ahead to McDowell out of bounds. Are you kidding me? No, no, no. Well, I guess we're not all watching the same game, Jess.
Well, Westcott is
not happy. How many of those are you going to get in a game? Now Bourne will take a seat. Quinn O'Rand will take a seat. Whew. Do officials have highlight reels? Because this one wouldn't be one. I wouldn't put this one on mine. Gaines with it. Back up top. Now Williamson into the lane. Travels with it. Not called. At least they can call a foul. Trojans back the other way. Damon with it on the wing. To McDowell at the free throw line. Down low to Troike on the baseline. Trojans don't really have a traditional guard here on the floor right now. McDowell with it. on the baseline, gets it out to Troike for three. He'll pull the trigger. Air ball. That just wasn't a very, coordinated offensive effort there that time by the Trojans. And just like that, Quinn Oran back on the floor. Let's have a guard out here. What do you say? Gaines with it. Over to Paxson. His shot good and the foul. Bram Bourne over there getting a breather, and guess what? Over at the scorer's table, ready to come back in. Because it just doesn't look the same without him out on the floor there tonight. Aiden Damon will check out. Bourne back into the game. Paxson has 6 points, trying to make it 7 here. Rattles around and in. Oran pushing the other way into the corner. Almost gets trapped, now swings it out. Far side to Troike. Now he'll get it back from Oran. Trojans working around the perimeter. Cross court pass to Troike. As the 3-2 zone again in play for Baxter. Troike into the lane, shot on the way, off the back iron, won't go. He just had a rough night shooting the ball from anywhere tonight. Trojans hanging on to a 2-point lead. Williamson with it.
And that's unusual from Brecken.
Here's Gaines right into Bram Bourne, and he'll draw the offensive foul. Trojans with it offensively now into the corner to Gage Davenport. Holding on to this 2-point lead as the seconds tick down here in the final minute of the third quarter. Trojans trail by 4 at the break, led by as many as 5 here in this quarter. Baxter able to battle it back down to 2. Trojans holding perhaps for the last shot here. As we tick down around 20 seconds left to play. They have struggled in these final possessions of periods. They go to work here, 6 seconds. Bourne pulls up for a 15-footer off balance. Leaning shot won't go. And Nigaman and Davenport knock the rebound away from each other. A little bit of chippiness after the play with Nigaman and Gaines. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Trojans lead it by a bucket. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Trojans have the ball to start the fourth quarter. They're hanging on to a 2-point lead, just 27-29 here at the end of the third. Bram Bourne pulls up for the jumper, and he's fouled on the shot attempt, and I think they're going to get Garrett Paxson with this one. That'll be his fourth. as he looks on in utter disbelief. Bourne's first shot, no good. Don't go cold now.
Yeah.
Don't go cold now.
Legs may be leaving him just a little.
Well, yeah, his shoulders are getting tired from carrying it. It's the second. Trojans lead it by 3. Baxter with the ball here. Williamson being guarded by Kester. Tries to go backdoor to Gaines. Kicks it over to Thiessen now. Grant with it down the lane. Gives it up to Williamson. Loses it. Stolen away by Bourne on the break. And his shot is good. .26 points for Bram Bourne. Timeout on the floor. Baxter wants to talk it over. Full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans lead at 32-27. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Trojans lead it by 5 over the Baxter Springs Lions here in the opening minutes of the fourth quarter. Transition points have been huge tonight for the Trojans. Bram Bourne has a gang of steals and has turned them into points on the other end, and that's really been the difference tonight in this ball game as Baxter's done pretty good in their half-court sets, but Trojans able to create some turnovers, take advantage of them. And that's really been the difference in the game. As the outside shooting certainly hasn't been there tonight for Girard. And they haven't looked great offensively in the half court. But they've been saved by the transition buckets. There's a kick ball by Nigaman. Stay with Baxter, inbounding right in front of their student section. And they've had lots of reason to be excited tonight. That one tipped away. O'Rand going after it against Williamson. Williamson's going to come away with it. Carried it right there. And now here's Grant. Pass tipped out of bounds off of Thiessen. It'll turn it over to the Trojans. Good call. Official right there to make that one. Nigaman gets it into O'Rand. Now Kester with it. Swings it around. Ends up with Troike on the near wing. Back to O'Rand. Now Kester on the far wing. Baseline for Nigaman, back to Troike at about 10 feet out. Lots of passing. Ball stripped away from O'Rand. Trojans turn it over. This is Thiessen coming the other way. Gives it up to Nide, who's going to back it out. Tries to get it into the lane to Williamson, poked away by Kester. Now Trojans with it on the run. Troike backing it back out, gets it to Bram Bourne off the glass and good. Trojans now with a 7-point lead. We're getting closer to your prediction now, Jess. We don't have a quarter, but I may owe you one.
Oh.
Rough screen there by Thiessen on Kester. No call. This game's starting to get a little more
rough.
physical. That pass, that shot blocked by Bram Bourne. Here comes Nigaman back the other way. Into the lane to Bourne. Back to Nigaman. Off the glass and good. 3 points tonight for Luke Nigaman. Trojans lead it by 9. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Again, transition buckets.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's the difference in the game tonight for Girard. It certainly isn't the shooting or the half-court offense. Bourne's been lights out from the free throw line for the most part. That helps. that actually could be the margin in the game, Jess, but the transition and the turnovers have been really important.
Yeah, they really stepped up their defensive pressure, getting into, Oran, Bourne. They've always had those good quick hands, and they're just finishing on the other end tonight.
Decent inbound here coming out of the timeout. He'll bring it up the floor for Baxter. 5:47 to play, fourth quarter. Trojans on top by 9. Baxter needing some points here. They're going to start looking for the outside shot. He said as they take a mid-range win, Weston Schaefer comes away with the bucket. 5 points for Schaefer. Trims the lead back down to 7. Troike left alone for 3. Short with it again. He's really struggled. Bourne with the rebound. He's going to be fouled in the middle of the lane by Paxson, and that's going to do it for Garrett Paxson. No, I have that as his 5th.
They called that on 21.
There's not a... Oh, there is a 21. Okay. Yep. And that's Thiessen's first. Bourne makes the first. Second shot is good. Trojans up by 11. Thiessen with it, kicks it out. Gaines for 3, it's good. Like I said, they got guys who can make those outside shots. 8 points for Peyton Gaines. And lead back down to 6. And a team that can make 3-pointers is never out of a game, Jess.
Never.
Back around to Bourne. Kester in the corner, now down low to Troike. Off the glass is good. First bucket of the night for Brecken Troike. Trojans back on top by 8. Thiessen with it now on the offensive end. Gives it up to Gaines, being guarded by Bram Bourne, and they're going to get Bourne with a blocking foul out by the half-court stripe.
Body check. Maybe fouled him 2 times before they called it.
That's how it goes tonight. The third foul is the one you're going to get whistled for. First 2, that's
free.
Yeah, that's just gratuity there. Gaines with it. Being guarded by Bourne. Spinning. Goes to a scoop shot. Walked with it, but you're going to give him the points. Where's my pen? There we go. Trojans with it now on the offensive end. Pretty much once you establish your pivot foot, that's supposed to stay your pivot foot. You don't get to use both of them as your pivot foot. Oh, off again. Troike just can't get one to fall tonight from 3. Lead is 6. Baxter with the ball here. Williamson picks up his dribble. Thiessen dribbling behind the screen. Schaefer with it. Kicks it out now to Gaines, working against Bourne. Thiessen with it again into the lane, has it stripped away by Kester. And now Quinn Oran's going to come away with the loose ball, and he's fouled in transition. A little blocking foul against Williamson, I believe. Wait and see. Yep. That's 3 on Cameron Williamson. Quinn Oran to the line. He is 1 of 1 from the stripe tonight. First one no good.
I only thought it. I didn't even say it that time.
What?
Historically, Quinn's a really good free throw shooter.
You don't even think it.
Right. I didn't even say it.
Just keep your mind a blank slate like it was when you got here. Second one, no good. Rebound tipped around is going to come down to Thiessen. No, I'm not Thiessen. Schaefer. This is Thiessen with it.
Oh.
Williamson with it. Schaefer's going to pull the trigger. Long three-pointer won't go. Rebound comes down to Luke Nigeman. Handle it up the floor to Troike in the corner. Bram Bourne with it. Top of the key. Gets it back. Now down the baseline to Kester. Back the free throw line to Troike. His little jumper in the lane won't go. Rebound comes down to Troike, and the putback is good. 4 points for Brecken. Trojans on top by 8. Gaines with it, working against Bourne. Gives it up to Schaefer. Now Thiessen will try the long three. No good off the iron. Rebound tracked down by Troike. Saves it in bounds. Nice looking move there by Troike. He out-competed Paxson for that one. Back to Bourne. Thought about a three. Now kicks it over to Orand. Back to Troike on the baseline. Goes off the glass, won't go. Nigeman's there for the rebound and the putback. 5 points for Nigeman. Trojans on top by 10. Largest lead of the ball game for either squad. Thiessen with it now. Gives it up to Williamson. This is Gaines with it, working against Bourne. About has it stripped out of there by Orand. Thiessen for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Nigeman. Trojans with it can take their time. Minute 15 to play. They lead it by 10. See if Baxter starts fouling here. I don't think that they will. Bourne with it, top of the key, over to Kester. Bourne down the lane with it. Gives it back out to Troike. Ends up back with Bourne near the logo at the center court. And he's going to be fouled by Gaines on the reach-in. Maybe. We'll see. They give it to Schaefer, maybe. Yep, they gave it to Schaefer. His first. Bourne hits the first. Bourne hits them both. So Bram Bourne had a real rough run over the last 5 games, but he really came to life tonight for the Trojans, and they've needed every bit of it as they lead it now by 12. Under 40 seconds to play in the ball game. Schaefer down the lane, blocked by Nigeman. They're going to whistle Luke for the foul. I think maybe Troike got him with the body, but they're going to get Luke with the foul. 3 on Nigeman. Looked like a clean block to me. Jess.
Wasn't, though.
Rattles around and in for Schaefer.
Home court rim on that one.
Cooking.
Yep.
And he hits them both.
Baxter's going to put on a press.
Troike pretty much breaks it single-handedly.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Kester gets the loose ball back to Quinn Orand. Over to Troike on the wing. Now to Nigeman. Back to Troike. Back to Bram Bourne. Trojans just going to run this one out. We're under 10 seconds left. Quinn Orand with the ball as the players start shaking hands. And that's going to do it. Trojans win it by 10, 46-36 over the Baxter Springs Lions. Trojans improved to 13-5 on the season and get set to host Colgan tomorrow night in Girard at Ted R. Taylor. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to Baxter Springs High School. Trojans come out on top tonight, 36-46 in the boys matchup. Let's take a look. Well, I guess first we ought to let you know that our post-game show is brought to you by Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590, proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Let's take a look at some of our totals for tonight's game. First off, scoring for the Baxter Springs Lions are led by Peyton Gaines, who had 10 points. Next up, Weston Schaefer with 7. Cameron Williamson finished with, also Garrett Paxson also finished with 7. Cameron Williamson had 6. And then Jacob Grant and Caden Nide added 3 points each to round out the scoring for Baxter Springs. For Girard, they're led in scoring by Bram Bourne, who offensively came back to life tonight. He's finished with 32 points. Even scoring 16 in each half for Bourne. Next up, Quinn O'Rand and Brecken Troike each finished, Quinn O'Rand and Luke Nigaman each finished with 5 points. Brecken Troike finished with 4 to round out the scoring for the Trojans. But, man, without that effort from Bram Bourne tonight, this game could have gone a very different direction for the Trojans. But, fortunately, he kind of came back to life offensively tonight. Trojans get out of here with the 10-point win, and they'll welcome in Colgan to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium tomorrow night in Girard. We'll have that one here for you on Girard Sports Live. Of course, tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, weather's supposed to start moving in. We'll see if that Thursday night game against Chanute happens or not. We have it scheduled right now, and we're planning on bringing it to you here on Girard Sports Live, Lord willing. So, here comes Coach Westcott. We'll just not take a break here, talk to Coach, and then maybe take a break and get out of here. What do you think about that? Hey, our post-game coach interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, Coach, kind of a rough start to this one, but your defense created a lot of points for you and kind of made the difference in this one.
Been living on it all year. So I told the kids in the locker room, they didn't feel like we played very well, but, gosh, we're playing great defense right now. And I know that's not what everybody wants to see. I mean, you want to obviously play on that end of the floor, but we want to see the ball going in the hole more. But I'm giving our kids tons of credit because we fought it out. I mean, it was a little bit of an ugly ball game at times. They set in that zone and made it tough for us to get anything going, any flow to the game. But give our kids some credit. We got some looks finally, and I thought we crashed the offensive boards hard, and that helped us, get going a little bit on the offensive end of the side, offensive end of the things. But told our guys at the end of the third quarter, we held them to 5 points in the third, and hey, if we continue to play like that defensively, we're going to have a shot to beat anybody. So, feeling pretty good about things defensively. Offensively, we got to get some things clicking a little better, but we still got a little bit of time to do it. So hopefully we can get it going.
Well, Bram Bourne's kind of struggled over the last 5 games shooting the ball for you guys. Really came to life tonight. Finished with 32 points. Shot the lights out from the free throw line. Got to the bucket a lot. Created a lot of foul shot opportunities. So it kind of looked like he was back to early season.
Well, hopefully we got our legs under us here. You hate to miss those games here we did last week, but I didn't feel like we had a lot of lift, and that was struggling, making us struggle a little bit offensively. But it was good to see him to be able to get to the rim tonight, and he was very good from the free throw line. I don't know what he was from the line overall, but he shot him well there, and that's something that you got to do in tight ball games, and we were able to step up and get it done tonight.
I have him just missing 1 free throw all night long, so he's pretty good.
She shot it well.
Yeah. And so tomorrow night, turn it right back around. Colgan coming into town. You know what to expect from Coach Cheon's squad. Should be a great game tomorrow night at Ted R. Taylor.
Yeah, they're playing well right now. Our kids, we went and watched them Friday when they played Frontenac, and, they're playing as well as they have all year. So we've got our hands full. Van Beasley obviously is a handful, and Ison's playing real well. And they got a bunch of shooters around those two that are playing well that have really stepped up as of late. So we'll have to come out with a great effort again tomorrow night to give ourselves a shot.
All right, Coach. Well, I'm not even going to ask you about Thursday night because who knows what's going to happen with that. Weather's playing hell with us
One
this
at a
year.
time, Josh.
Yeah,
one at a time.
That's right, one at a time.
We got to get this one in tomorrow night first. So
All right.
we'll go from there.
All right, thanks. That's head coach Rod Westcott. Trojans come out on top tonight over the Baxter Springs Lions. Welcome in Colgan tomorrow night. Congratulations, Coach. Enjoy this one. And we're going to step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll put a bow on this sucker from Baxter Springs. Start thinking about tomorrow night when the Trojans host the Colgan Panthers. You're watching Trojan Basketball and the Leah Smith Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Welcome back out for a final time to Baxter Springs, Kansas. Trojans come out on top in both matchups tonight. Girls win at 61-16. Boys win 46-36. We'll welcome in Colgan into Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium tomorrow night. We'll have that for you here on Girard Sports Live. Girls game tips off at 6 o'clock. Pregame show starts at 5:30. So for Jess Moore Murphy, I'm Josh Letner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crockhand, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association,